Okay, we are ready to go.
Okay. Roll call, start with roll call for a special council meeting.
Kim Saber here.
Sherry Falkenberg here.
Sharma is here.
Nancy Mars here.
Shannon Sharma is here.
Anyone else? Okay. So do we have a motion to enter into executive session?
To
I make a
discuss,
motion.
we need to
Sorry.
make it to make sure it says to discuss personnel positions and employee compensation.
Yes, enter into executive session to discuss employee positioning and employee compensation. Do we have a motion?
There you
I
go.
second that.
Do we get a first and a second?
I second it.
Okay.
Okay, Kim made it first.
Okay.
Ready, Jason?
A resolution authorizing the mayor and fiscal officer to enter into an agreement with Love Insurance Agency to provide for the continuation of property and casualty insurance coverage for the village property and declaring an emergency. Did everyone get a copy of that? And does anyone have any questions on that?
Yeah, I actually have a question on that, Mayor. I've been trying for the last week to get a hold of Kathy Rice from Kathy Rice from Love Insurance. I have a public records request that requires her assistance. She won't get back to me. I don't know why, but she needs to contact me back. I mean, I don't know. Is there some reason she's not calling? I mean, she knows that like members of the village council have every right to know everything about our insurance policy, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So when I call her and I let her know that we have a public records request, she needs to get back to me then.
Okay,
Okay. I'll reach out to her again. Hopefully somebody else does too, and let her know that she needs to contact me back.
okay. We'll do, but, all right, thank you. Any questions regarding the policy for renewal? Okay. I know that there was one correction I had made, or I had already told her, this was months ago, about taking off, we had 2 rider lawnmowers on there instead of the one that we only have, so she was able to take that off a few months ago. But other than that, there were no other corrections that I saw. If there's nothing else on that, we'll go to resolution 2020-23. This is second reading. This is a resolution requesting the county auditor to make advance payments of taxes for the year 2021. Joanne, you want to explain this one?
This is so we can get our property tax ahead when they start their collections. And we don't have to wait till March. They usually give us a payment in advance in February. And then
Okay,
again in August instead of September.
okay. Thank you. All right, E, resolution 2020-24, second reading. Resolution authorizing the mayor of village to hire Stefaniak, Ayasu, and Associates to the village solicitor, as village solicitor, and setting the duties and salary and declaring an emergency. Do we have any comments or questions on that? Okay. Moving on, ordinance 2020-08, second reading. What I'd like to do, I'd like a motion. This is appointment of a street commissioner. At this time, I'd like to table that. So do we have a motion to table the appointment of a street commissioner at this time?
I make a motion, we table it.
I second them.
Falkenberg, oh, there you go.
Go ahead.
Falkenberg seconds.
Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mr. Cronin,
Aye.
Mrs. Mara,
Aye.
Dr. Sharma,
Aye.
Sharma,
Aye.
Mrs. Seba.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. G, Resolution 2020-25, first reading. A resolution authorizing the mayor of the Village of Timberlake, Ohio, to submit an application to the District 7 Public Works Committee and the Ohio Public Works Commission for funding for the 2021 Storm Basin Repairs Project and declaring an emergency. This is that grant that we did a preliminary application for. Now this would be the application that we would need to get approval by council. This is a matching grant. We would get $9,200 and we would have to match it, appropriate $9,200. And this would, we can use this basically to upgrade. There's a lot of catch basins around the village that need to be upgraded and rebuilt and reconstructed. Also the connecting pipes going to them. And this would actually double the money that we can use to do these repairs. We were lucky to get by this year without having to do many repairs at all, which we've been really lucky. And that I attribute to our service guys being diligent about going around and just cleaning all the leaves and keeping the catch basin grates open. So this is something, like I said, that I've been working with the engineer, and this is probably the only grant money that's out there that we can get at this time. It's only matching funds, but considering that we do need sewers repaired in the village, and we did have money left over on our budget from this year. We should have the money, like I said, so we can doubles the money so we can get more bang for our buck. Any other questions on this?
I have a question. How much money do we have left over from this year?
Let's see here. It was at 20. Help me out here, Joanne. What do we have left over on the sewer budget?
But the storm sewer budget, well, we would be reappropriating it again. So he's got about, we budgeted 10,000 this year. He only spent 2,000
So
in
we
the
have
general fund.
we have 8,000 left over from this year, so we would only be looking at spending $1,200 from next year if we have to.
Right, and then in the sanitary, then in the sanitary sewer special fund money, I have $12,000 in there.
Okay. So my main concern is I don't want to enter into a contract where we're obligated for $9,200 just because we passed a levy. I want to make sure that we already have the money saved for it and it's already appropriated for it and we can spend for it.
So I put it in this year's budget. So there's two different areas we can take it from.
Okay, so Joanne, the money's there?
Yeah,
Okay,
I budgeted for 2021.
okay, thank you.
Mhm.
So I have some questions on it too. So how many catch basins are actually in question, and how far will this money go? What are we looking at on how many we can repair for that, the benefit of that?
Well, each catch basin should be about $1,500 to $2,000 to repair them. And then again, it depends on the connecting pipe, how long and how far we got to go to, because a lot of them, it depends on the connecting pipe, if it needs, how far we have to repair those. So again, there's no specific, it's just like I said, this is just general so that there's areas around. I know there's a lot of catch basins. There was one I just repaired on East Shore, just down in front of Sherry's house there. The grate was real loose in there, it was half hanging in. So I just cemented that on myself, but that needs to be repaired or replaced eventually. Again, we're just patching things and fixing them up. We went around and replaced a lot of the grates that were broken. But then again, there's still a few more that are broken. There's a lot more catch basins in the islands that are sunken. And like I said, a lot of falling bricks in them. So,
So do
I mean,
we have a plan on how many?
more than that, but
Do we have a plan on how many we have and what gets fixed first? Is that something that's going to be forthcoming?
well, it'd be forthcoming. I mean, as far as, we're doing the worst ones first, but like I said, right now we're just band-aiding everything together. So we're just patching it as we go just to buy us some time. But there's some areas where, like I said, there's flooding in streets where it'd be nice to put a regular sized catch basin there. They only have these small little catch basins, and every time it rains, it gets plugged up with the leaves and the dirt and everything else, and it's flooding out the road. So there's some areas I know for sure on Shaw and Dossie that definitely need some catch basins replaced there. And then a couple on East Shore needs replaced. So, I mean, it's just a lot of people complaining around the village, and you know, again, this is just gonna help out. It's not gonna kind of make a little dent in it, but I mean, if we had to replace all that needed done, we would need, you know, quadruple this money, but
Okay, I think that's what I was looking for. Like, you know, is this just another, you know, just trying to keep things going versus a major fix? So, okay. And I guess the next question was, is how soon do you have to have this done that it's on there for an emergency?
again, I don't know. We have to get it in, you know, you have to get the application in. So I don't know what the time frame is on that. Again, I think it's the middle of February. I mean, December is the middle of December is where the time frame is on that.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions on that? Okay, H, resolution 2020-26. Resolution declaring surplus personal property and directing the fiscal officer and authorizing all actions necessary to effect the sale and or credit value of same, declaring an emergency. So do I have a motion to suspend the rules on this one?
I make the motion to suspend the rules.
I second it.
Okay, great. Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Cronin. Mr. Cronin,
Aye.
Mrs. Morrow,
Aye.
Dr. Sharma,
Aye.
Ms. Sharma,
Aye.
Seba.
Aye.
Okay. We have a motion, resolution for 2020-26 to approve. No, we suspended.
I make the motion to approve.
I second
Falkenberg
it.
seconds. There you go.
Great. Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Cronin,
Aye.
Morrow, Dr. Sharma,
Aye.
Sharma,
Aye.
Mrs. Seba.
Aye.
To briefly tell you what you just passed on this is so you guys can dispose of the metal desk and the cabinet that was in the police department.
Yeah.
So because we have village property by ORC, you have to actually declare that you no longer need it, of no value, or you can put it at auction on a website. But since these are of no value, we're letting the public know that we are disposing of them on there. So that's what this resolution is. So anytime we do that with equipment, even.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. We get into the reports. And first of all, I'd like to mention I received today from the city of Eastlake, pursuant to our contract for them to provide the fire and EMS protection. Our rates did go up just a little bit. We went from 95,000 roughly a year. Now it went up to $95,682.36. So that'll be for our police or our fire and EMS. And again, that's a fixed cost. They sent us a entire sheet here. It's an index table that basically shows the rate and how it's calculated, and it's based on popular or resident population. So
It's $93.15 a month increase, or $1,117.80 a year. It went up.
Okay. All right, thank you. And then it was brought to our attention a couple of council meetings ago by one of the residents about bikers and walkers in the village. And I'd just like to remind all the walkers to walk against the traffic so that you're facing the cars coming at you and you can see them coming at you. We have a lot of walkers there, and also I'd like to see them wear more reflective gear and possibly carry a flashlight in the evening hours. We don't have street lights, so just a safety issue there, because I'm noticing there are more and more walkers, especially since this pandemic started. So people just want to get out and get some fresh air, which is great. But again, we got to make sure that, people are visible. The bikers, we want to make sure that they're riding with the traffic, not against the traffic. And again, that they have some kind of reflective gear on. They also have some kind of reflector on their bicycles and hopefully a light or a headlight on it. some kind of light so that people can see them, especially the cars as they're coming up on them. So I just want to make that, clarify that, because that was in our Timberlake Times, and it wasn't clarified that, like I said, the bikers have to be going with the traffic and the residents and the walkers have to be walking against the traffic. So just want to clarify that. I received a couple complaints from residents on leaves blocking the catch basins. I'd ask all the residents to help us. We do send our service guys out to keep those catch basins clean. However, if a resident does have a catch basin in front of their property, appreciate if they can just keep those clean for us. Again, it just helps out when we get those heavy rains. We don't get the flooding in the roads and so forth. And again, those leaves will just get in the sewers and plug them up. So we'd like some help on that. Also, we had this one tree taken down at the village hall here by the dumpster in the little island there. And I was thinking what we'd like to do is open up for discussion about talking about maybe creating a parking lot area there for excess parking once our village hall opens back up again. But we can get 10 spots out of that if we were to pave that area. So something that we can discuss, I'd like to discuss later. We've been picking up from this high winds and so forth. I'm sure most of the residents seen in the area, there's a lot of branches coming down, just more than ever. These trees just keep getting bigger and bigger, and a lot more dead branches just coming down with the high winds. I want to tell, first of all, the residents and walkers to be very careful when they're walking through. We have a lot of hanging branches that are dead that, just about to come down. We've put some cones in certain areas where those areas are. But again, we'd also like to say that, we're picking up a lot of the debris around the village. So, there's a lot there, and we have a lot of dumping fees. So I called the Milta up, and actually they're helping us out. They're giving us some free disposal on a lot of that because, again, we've got the leaf pickup, a lot of leaves and a lot of branches. So our mower went down this week. Starter went on it, so we're able to get a new start and put it right back up and running again, because again, it's one of the critical things that we needed. So Brent, Ken and Alan are doing a great job keeping up with all the branches, the leaves, just cleaning up the village in between the rain and the storms and everything else. But just wanted my hands off to them. They're doing a great job. The other thing I want to mention is that Councilman Nancy Meyer and I will be attending the ethics training on Thursday, November 19th. There's an ethics training course. So if anyone else isn't signed up for that, I'd advise or invite everyone else on council to, join us on that day. And with that, do we have a solicitor's report by Jason, please?
Nothing from legal, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. And Chief Tryon, are you on?
He's not here.
Okay. And then, okay, Joanne, fiscal officer report, please.
Alrighty, as you know, I emailed out you the October reports. Our starting balance for October was $355,656.82. Our month-to-date revenue was $65,907.26. That's because we got some of our property tax and COVID money, additional COVID money of $23,000 in on there. So our year-to-date revenue is $651,726.74. Our month-to-date expenditure was $28,939.45. Our year-to-date is $508,282.04. So we're starting November with $392,624.65 on there.
Okay.
Also, so remember, let's try to stop using our credit cards by this Friday so I can get them all in for the 2020 budget on there. One of the things too, to help council understand the money and how it operates is the village actually works on what they call a cash basin. So basically, what it means is that it's like when you're going to the grocery store to buy something, you have to have the money there to buy it. So I'm just making sure some of the residents don't understand how it functions on there. So hopefully, everybody understands that going forward. Another thing, yes, thanks the residents for passing the income tax levy. And I think some of the focuses that council's looking at for their to use the money on, which the council's gonna be deciding on, will be the police department budgets, the beach steps, this is the council's decision, the tree maintenance, village hall carpets, new truck for the street department. I mean, that's some of the items that council, might be wanting to think about spending some of the levy money for. Another item is I need some assistance on, and I have sent out an email, and maybe the residents would know, is I've looked in my office and I cannot find the signed minutes, resolutions, or ordinances from June of 2018 until August 2019. The signed ones I can't find. So if anybody knows where they are, let me know. And then the next thing is things should not be removed from that office without first letting me know. One of the things is I'm looking for, the mayor was nice enough to go back through and send me over the emails of ordinances that he had the drafts on that everybody can have. But I went to look through the old Timberlake Times and they are no longer in that office. So I am legally responsible for those. And with them now missing, I do not want that responsibility.
Weren't those
So-
donated?
What's that?
Weren't those donated by a resident? Mayor,
Yes.
what happened to them?
What's his name? Ron Mona. Ron Mona came and he donated them to the East Lake Library.
Well, then he needs to bring them back. That's
Okay.
village property.
I will make that call and I will notify him and tell him that he needs to get them
And the
back.
concern is now we got people going into our administration office and removing items. That should be,
Hold on. You're talking about the Timberlake Times, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the ones that have been in the office.
Okay. I will take 100% responsibility for that. Ron Mona
Oh.
called me up.
Okay,
He called me when he brought him in there, and he called me when he wanted to take him out. So I will get a hold of Ron.
so,
I will take on
okay.
responsibility for that. I let him in the office to get them out to take them to the East Lake.
Oh, okay. Well, see, now that answers the questions.
Well.
It is public, right? The stuff belongs to the public, so they have to have access to them and be able
Okay.
to.
I
But I don't want-
I will take care of that because I did that.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? Yeah. On there.
Okay. Thank you.
Next item is Mayor, I hope you don't mind taking a road trip next Tuesday to Brooklyn Heights. And this is to pick up 360 PPE kits for residents. It's down
Okay.
at Granger. It has,
Now that we've helped people customize and save with Liberty Mutual, we could finally do some.
Wow. Let's get Liberty Mutual.
So it's got face mask in it, gloves, safety glasses, disinfectant wipes, hand sanitizers, facial tissues, thermometer strips, and towelettes. So I got 360 of those down there at Granger. And they said they would be on there for pickup for next Tuesday. And the other item that's coming that's been ordered are the electrostatic sprayers. I got 3 of those ordered, and those are coming from Florida on it. Let me tell you some of the other items we've gotten so far. We got the floors cleaned. The mayor's got the hand sanitizer stations and soap dispensers. We got on order, the meeting room, the meeting room recording system is on order.
On order.
We've got the paper towels. Don't know, Mayor, you're working on the touchless electric outlets. How are we coming on that?
I'm still waiting to get a quote on that, but yeah.
And the police department got their MDTs, and Sherry was working on the doors. She said those were pretty much done.
Yeah,
And
and Serve Pro is complete, except for I called them back because I still think they can do a better job on that carpeting.
On
I think they need to re-clean that.
there.
I agree, but yeah.
So I'm going to
It
follow
looks
up on
nice. It
that
came out
tomorrow.
pretty good after all though, otherwise,
Well, compared,
Yes,
compared to what it was, yeah. I mean,
compared, yeah, relative.
a few spots need to be redone.
but I think that if they pre-treat and come back and then clean, They
Yeah.
actually used the same carpet cleaner that we have in that storage closet. I think I need to YouTube how to use that because that's an expensive machine, but Ellen Peterson doesn't want to mess with it.
Honor.
Okay.
So, and then the remaining of the money, I was just applying it to the EMS contract. Is there any other items that people think the council thinks we should try for? I mean, we're getting, a lot of stuff is on back order and we have to have it in place by December 30th.
What about air purifiers?
On it.
Purifiers for when we can return to council meetings. Just a thought.
What's that?
There's
What'd you say, Kim?
The HEPA air purifiers.
Yeah, somebody could try to find out how to get a couple. Let's do that.
I think the best option for that is they have an inline one that goes right in by your furnace and goes through the entire system. And
Okay. I don't know much about that, so somebody else wants
Yeah,
to take the lead on that and get that
And
research.
that's the thing on the furnace, if you're not always using it or it's running constantly, the ones that possibly you use that would be during a meeting or council meetings, that type of thing, might be more beneficial and less wasteful. We can look at both.
And what about those self-cleaning coverings for door handles?
there should be no contact with the doors because we've now got actuators on them.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
And then just so everybody knows, on December 1st, you won't be able to reach me at all during the day because I have a UAN year-end and updated webinar all day till 4:30 on it.
Cocktails after.
Huh?
Might want to go for cocktails after.
On there.
Okay,
That's all I
anything
have.
else? Okay, thank you. Okay, Kim, finance, ordinances, public records retention, please. Anything?
Nope, I don't have anything to report.
Okay, Sherry, Village Hall.
Nothing to report.
Okay, Nancy, trees.
Yeah, I want to get right down. Council, I think everybody received the map. I hope you did. Concerning our Eagle Scout project. On October 12th, first, 3-4 months ago, he gave us a presentation on trees that he would like to plant. And then he proceeded. And then I signed off on October 12th, his fundraising efforts to get trees. Within a week's time, he already had a line of donated trees. At that time, I got Vince Cronin on the phone, told him, you know, these are the trees that have been donated. Vince very cautiously said, you know, I'm all for trees, I want trees, but, you know, we have to make sure that these larger trees that have been chosen and are donated in our sewer systems. Well said. So I had asked some other council members who have also agreed that, you know, especially these last 3-4 days of storms. I mean, I had a bunch of people saying, plant the darn trees, just get them in, we need trees. And then the last 2-3 days here, you know, it kind of like set the tone. A lot of canopies coming down, a large missile like branches coming down. But our Eagle Scout has very generously, cautiously, charitably used his donated tree, the nursery in the Painesville, I'll find this name in a second, to donate trees that were sewer and they won't grow as large, these trees. And did everyone get the map? Did everyone,
Yes.
okay, did everybody?
Yes,
Okay, great. Did everybody get the link of the trees that were chosen?
yes.
Okay.
I thought Mayor sent that.
Okay, so we're looking at shorter trees, with 20 to 30 feet. We're looking at like a common choke cherry. We're looking at a total of 15 trees. They have the map. In other words, he rose to the occasion on giving us smaller trees, but yet trees that will still thrive, and trees that are still indigenous to this area, more ornamental trees, safer trees. That's all I can tell you, safer trees. And they still want to do the planting right away. The nursery that they're using And the advice was these trees would still take during this time. I did do some research up to December 1st. You still can plant. They'd like to start planting this weekend with these trees and with the map provided, Saturday and Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see, what else did I want to say? They're very anxious because they did step up to the plate and change the type of trees. He wants to start between 10 and 2 this Saturday and Sunday. Maple Ridge Nursery is the nursery that donated it to him and said that the trees in this area still would take. Now, there's no 100% proof that I could kill a plant in my house. So we're not giving anybody a 100% guarantee, but this is what we'd like to move forward with. And I'm opening it up. Joanne, do we open up this for discussion, or what do we do from here?
I have it down under motions and approvals.
Okay, so we'll wait till the end.
So we'll get down there, yeah.
So does anybody have any questions right now? Any concerns? Okay. Oh, and do you remember the letter I read? This is a whole nother subject that I read last time with the hometown heroes, the Crosser family. She has not given me anything from Morgan Lippo yet. She just said got a little busy, but they still want to go ahead with hanging a hometown hero flag. And, we'll talk about the positioning of that when she gives that to me. And I also want to bring attention, one of the council person had a complaint from somebody in the village, being that I'm Park Recreation Department, what have you. On the website, I'm still trying to get this taken off. I thought I was taken off. On the website for 4 Points Hotel, right up there in Eastlake, over by 90 and Sam Center. They have our beach as one of the, attractions to come and use at their hotel. So I want to let whoever, the resident that noticed it, said, really should get it off the website. I thought I did. I made a couple phone calls. And they said to me that it's probably the Google people who Google the area and then make the advertisement for the hotel. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but for the resident that says, hey, get that off, because these are people that come to our beach because they think they're near an attraction beach. So I'm working on that too. So I don't know how it's still back on that website. So I don't know if anyone's seen it in council, but I looked it up. If you look up the 4 Points, you'll see it comes up on the national website of 4 Point Sheraton. So a little bit, they think we're like a huge beach where you come out and hang out. So that's my report.
Oh, also the trees here, the one at the village hall.
Oh, the one.
I received a call. Mr. Cladd called me up. He lives right next door.
I was
here
out
at the village
and
hall.
about, and I got a very urgent phone call about Mr. Cladd.
Anyway, a big branch from that huge tree that took out the telephone pole at the last storm that they're still fixing there. It took out part of the fence today, or the other day. So I cut it off the fence, but it did do damage to the fence. That tree is pretty much really, really dead. It's just rotting away, and every windstorm, we're getting pieces of it just coming down, and it's going to have to be taken down. The only thing is it's going to be very expensive. So this is something that we're going to have to get 3, 4, maybe even 5 estimates on to see if we can get someone to do it,
Well, Mark Winsman, who's usually very, very reasonable, wasn't.
Well, he wasn't. He wants $2,800.
Wasn't at all.
But then again, he's very busy. So it is a big tree. I know Davey was out. They wanted over 3,000 themselves to cut that one down. So, it's not going to be cheap. But then again, we're going to have to do something because, again, we're talking a safety issue. The last 2 storms, the severe windstorms, big pieces of the tree came down. So we're going to have to do something with that one. And there's another complaint we have on 40 East Shore. The tree is right on the edge of the road there. It's hollowed out on the inside. The residents just afraid that, big windstorms are going to take that one down.
Because it does a lot of creaking. It does, when you look up, you say, oh, wow.
And I've had tree guys look at it, again, both, some say it's okay. Some say, well, yeah, it could be taken down. But then again, it's something that we need to probably better safe than sorry. So,
well, then needless to say, the residents very, very concerned. When I get the calls about the residents like, you got to come out here and watch it move when the storm comes. And then the arborist says, no, it's okay. It's not as bad as other trees in this area. So in January, we have to start looking at these things again. So, by the end of the year, I should have enough estimates for looking at things to do in January. So let's see if we could do it.
Okay.
So in reference to the tree expenditures though, is it on public right of way or is it in their property?
No, it's
Well,
public.
this is in the park, actually. This is parcel.
Okay.
A.
Wait a minute, the 40 is short. It's
That's right away
that's
also.
right
They're
away.
both in the
Okay,
right.
just making sure.
Oh, yeah,
40
sure,
East
sure.
Shore is in the right. It's right on the edge of the
Yeah.
road, actually. It's
Okay.
right on the road and it's heaving the road a
Okay.
little bit too, so it's damaging it. And then the one is right near the dumpsters here. That's that really big one. It's 3-foot diameter caliper on it. That one, like I said, that one's rotted out from the inside. Probably has a ton of animals living in it too, but so.
That's okay. I was just asking because in another community, we've had the argument. I want you guys to have that argument.
Right. Now unfortunately, there are trees, yes. So, okay, let's see. Dr. Sharma, anything with grants?
I have nothing to report.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Shannon, sewers, please.
Yeah, I've got nothing as well. I haven't had any complaints, surprisingly. It's been raining cats and dogs out there, but nothing yet. I did drive past, while the weather was bad, and it doesn't look like anything is really backing up. I think things are going okay so far.
Yes,
Touch wood.
thank you. Okay, Vince, safety?
I have nothing new on safety.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's move on to purchases and approvals. We need a motion to approve the October 2020 financial reports.
Falkenberg makes a motion.
Mara seconds the motion.
Okay, great. Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mr. Cronin,
Aye.
Mrs. Mara,
Aye.
Dr. Sharma,
Aye.
Sharma,
Aye.
Ms. Seba.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. A motion accepting the donation of trees from John Canuck for the spring planting. This is for his Eagle
Yeah.
Scout
But it wouldn't be for spring planting. He'd be doing it this weekend.
for fall planting.
I make a motion.
I second the motion. Falkenberg seconds.
Great. Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mr. Cronin, Mr. Cronin,
I'll abstain.
okay, Mrs. Mara,
Aye.
Dr. Sharma,
Aye.
Sharma,
Aye.
Ms. Seba.
Abstain.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'd like to,
Wait, we have one more that you probably should take under purchases and approvals, is you probably should accept Vince's resignation for street commissioner. His email or letter that he sent out.
okay, with motion to accept the resignation from Vince from street commissioner, please.
I make a motion.
I second.
Great. Mrs. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mr. Cronin,
Aye.
Ms. Mara,
Aye.
Dr. Sharma,
Aye.
Sharma,
Aye.
Mrs. Seba.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to get a motion to advertise for someone for service position. We have Kent and Brent, and they're doing a great job, but Brent, he's kind of slowing down and he wants to kind of just back off on the hours. He still wants to work, but he wants, he just can't keep up. He says he's getting out of breath and stuff sometimes. Ken is going pretty strong, but then again, he's just putting in a lot of hours and, he tires out easy too. So yesterday they were out both 5 hours just picking up branches all day and just whipped them out. So we're going to need someone in service. And what I'd like to do is get some applications out there. So if we can advertise for that position and maybe get some applications and start reviewing them, for next year. I think we're pretty good this year so far, so there's really no rush in it. But we're gonna definitely need someone when we get into the springtime with all the cleanups and everything, and then getting into all next summer. So it'd be nice to have, someone young and strong, and hopefully that can work. So I'd like to make a motion for that. If we have a motion for that, anyone?
I make a motion that we at least put an ad in the paper and submit an ad for an application for that position.
I second it.
But I think we need to come up with a job description in regards to it first.
Of course.
I
Yeah.
agree. 100%.
Well, it's pretty much a service. I mean, it's, basically what the service guys are doing now, pretty much.
Yeah, I think it still needs a written
Yeah.
description.
We'll explain, we can come up with that. So, like I said, there's no rush, so this is open for discussion right now. And again, we just like to get something out there so that we can get it ready for next spring.
Okay, since there's a motion on the table that's already been seconded, do you want me to do roll call?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mr. Cronin,
Aye.
Mrs. Morrow,
Aye.
Dr. Sharma,
Aye.
Ms. Sharma.
I
Aye.
So Mayor, let me suggest that you email out to council the job description before you advertise it so they can have, see what is in the description. I would suggest that.
Okay, will do. All right. Okay, any other motions or approvals? Okay, this is a portion where we open up the public comment, but we don't have any.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, Mayor. I would like to ask you a question.
Yes,
I was going back through the council meeting minutes, and in regards to our NOPEC grant that we received in 2018, our 3-year grant, it was $2,500 each year. In 2018, 2019, we used that money toward the LED lighting in the village hall. When I was looking back through the council meeting minutes, I didn't find anything for 2020. What are the plans to use this money for this grant that we already had approved?
do we receive it yet? Joanne, do we receive that approved yet?
The reimbursing grant. It's reimbursing.
Oh, it's reimbursing.
Yeah.
That was a
Correct.
25.
Correct. We can spend up to $2,500 and we get it reimbursed.
Oh, okay.
Right. But you're on a real short time frame because I think we have to have it into it by November 30th.
Have it installed by November 30th?
All we have to do is have the bid in by November 30th. I looked back through everything and I saw that we didn't even address it. The original thing we were going to do, we were going to try and get the street lights taken care of. We're going to get LED lights on all the street poles, which would save us a bunch of money.
That would be nice.
Well, Joanne, correct me if I'm wrong, granted from NOPEC, and it's anything pretty much energy saving.
Energy based, yes.
Yeah, so we have to spend $2,500.
Yep.
And we were already approved for a 3-year grant in 2018. So we had a 2018, 19, and 20. And again, when I look back at the council meeting minutes, I noticed that we didn't address anything on that for our grant money, which we're already approved for. So all we got to do is spend $2,500 on anything energy efficient, and we should get reimbursed, right, Joanne?
Oh, yeah. And the thing is too, in reference to the street lights, reach out to Wendy Zealy because there is a program out there for street light replacement of LEDs.
Mayor, you already talked to her, right?
I already talked to her, yes. We went through all that. The only thing is, we were going to use this money we had some of the lights in the rest of the lights in the village hall, like in the bathrooms, in the foyer area, in the kitchen. We were going to replace all those with the LED in the police department also. So that's what we're going to use part of the money there. And then we were going to actually, some of the service yard, actually the service yard, we don't need them because we have the LEDs already there. They were donated by Ken, so. Yeah, I mean, I could reach out to Wendy as far as the street lights. We can look into that.
Well,
Yeah,
do,
make sure you
do we have any bids on any of what you just mentioned? Do we have any bids on that? Because it is getting toward the end of the year. We got to get these in. As Joanne said, we got to have everything in by what, the end of this month?
Yep. Yeah. That's what let me pull up mine.
November 30th, you said, right?
Yep.
So you're good.
Okay. I'll call her tomorrow, and like I say, I can
Get another bid.
get a work order in right away.
Get another bid in.
So, but as far as the streetlights, I mean, we don't have to get bids with that because we run that right through First Energy. So,
Right. But we have to have it set up with Wendy.
right, yeah. So I'll just try to set that up with her because I know there's a program I saw just recently they put out there that if there are any, right now, if they have to replace a light bulb or if they have to replace it for any reason, they'll replace it with an LED and it doesn't cost us anything.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's another thing. So, we can always take advantage of that that won't cost us anything. So we just wait till they burn out. And then when they do, they'll.
Yeah, but our light system now is not accepted. They won't accept LED lights.
Pardon me?
The lighting system, as far as in the village, are you talking street lights or village hall lights?
Street lights.
Yeah, street lights, they won't accept LED lights right now. They're mercury vapor lights. You gotta have the whole thing.
No. They're putting, yes, the illuminating company is switching over to the LED lights because we've done it in Perry Village and we paid for all of ours. But
Right.
the program he is talking about is as they burn out, they will replace them with an LED light.
Right, but you can't just replace a bulb.
No, they got a fixture that they got to
Right,
come in and replace.
You have to replace whole ballast. You have to replace everything.
Yeah. But
Right,
there's
so
something,
you
yeah.
can't-
So
you
as
can't
it
say, hey, I'll take your grant, and when my light burns out, I'll replace it with what you
they'll
say.
come back and they'll actually put the LED fixture in and everything. And that,
Yes.
as they burn out, I think that was the free one. Yes.
Correct, yes. Okay, but I'll reach out to her tomorrow to see what we can do on that.
All right, well, just make sure.
Yeah, November 30th.
You keep council posted on that.
Okay, I will. Okay, anything else from anyone? Any other questions that anyone received from any residents that they need to read off or bring to our attention? Okay, that'll do it. Do we have a motion to adjourn, please?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Great, thank you, Ms. Falkenberg,
Aye.
Mr. Kernan,
Aye.
Ms. Mara,
Aye.
Dr. Sharma,
Aye.
Sharma.
Aye.
Ms. Leba.
Aye.
Thank you. Our next council meeting will be December 15th at 7:30 PM. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Take care.
Thanks, Jason.
Take care.
Thank you, Jason.
Yes,
You're
thank you.
Jason.
But
Have a good night,
you get-
everyone.
Ne-
I'll
next
text
time,
Jeremy
tell
and
him-
tell him